Christmas time had returned to the island of Sodor. The engines were all excited for the annual carol party. The children would all be there. Every year, a special train would be organized to collect the children. All the engines wanted to take the train, especially James. "A splendid red engine like me is sure to be picked," he said one morning, boastfully. "Don't be silly, little James," proud Gordon replied. "Sir Topham Hatt won't fool with an engine who needs bootlaces to pull his coaches." "At least I'd be more suited to pull the train than a flying sausage," James retorted. Before Gordon had a chance to answer, James hurried off in a huff. He wanted to know if he could pull the special train. "Please, sir," he said, "may I pull the children's train this year? Please?" Sir Topham Hatt thought. "If you can complete your jobs on time, you may." James was most excited. The work was hard. The trucks tried to pull their old tricks. But James didn't mind. He desperately wanted to pull the special train. He was making great time when he stopped by a signal. Then, on the side of the line, he saw the man was red in the face. He huddled beneath his thick coat. He shivered as the wind howled past James's funnel. "I'm afraid he's homeless," whispered James's driver. James said nothing. He looked from the man to the ever-increasing snow as it fell from the dark sky. James's train would be due at 7 o'clock sharp. "We need to get to the station quickly," said his driver. "The children will be waiting." "I hope the man won't be too cold," James thought. Then, "Wait!" James cried. "We must stop!" James's driver applied the brakes. "What about your train?" James's driver said. But James didn't want to pull the train anymore. James explained, and his driver understood. The driver and fireman asked the man to step into James's cab. "We can take you to the next station for some tea," the driver called out. The man was hesitant at first, but when he felt the warmth of James's cab, he climbed aboard. James pushed through the increasing snow. The wind practically slapped his face. Cold but pleased with himself, James arrived at the station. The man was quickly given a blanket and a hot tea to drink. "What will happen to the man after tonight?" James asked his driver. "I'm not sure," his driver replied solemnly. At Wellsworth Station, the children were all waiting for their special train, but James hadn't arrived. Sir Topham Hatt was growing anxious. So he asked Gordon to take the train. However, Gordon was wondering why James was running late. After all, he had been excited to pull the train. He began to feel sorry for being so mean earlier. At last, the party could begin. Gordon was waiting for James when James had arrived. "I'm glad you're all right, James," Gordon exclaimed. "I'm sorry for being so rude before." "I'm sorry too," James replied. "But I'm glad we're all together now." James was happy to be surrounded by his very close friends. but he still thought about the man, and if he would be okay.